Hello, this is Mr. Radish. I am a language arts teacher at Lake Cable Elementary, which half of you watching this video know that I teach language arts. The other half, you might not have known that I taught language arts because Miss Douglas taught you. I'm sure you probably knew, but anyways, now you have the pleasure of listening to a lesson brought to you by your very own Mr. Radish. Now, what I'm going to be talking to you about today is going to be character traits. That is our skill for the week. Now, if you read down below where I have character traits, I have the standard right there for you. So this is what you're required to know as a fourth grader, and you're required to master by the time that you go and leave and go on to fifth grade. So let me just read it to you. You're supposed to be able to describe in depth a character, a setting, or event in a story or drama, drawing on specific details in the text, e.g. a character's thoughts, words, or actions. Okay, and that is what we're really going to focus on today, is how to describe a character from a story in depth. That's the one we're going to focus on particularly today. Okay, so let me go through this slideshow with you. So firstly, what is a character trait? Okay, now you need to know that there are two different types of character traits. Okay, there's an external, which is outside. That means outside of your body. Okay, these are traits that people see when they look at you. So if you're walking down the street and someone glances over at you, they're going to be able to notice your external character traits. They will have no idea of the second one, which is your internal, and we'll get to that in a minute. Now, a couple examples of an external character trait, which would be something like as tall, skinny, brown hair, blue eyes, etc. You can know that just by looking at someone, right? Now we have the second one, which is internal. That means your character traits that come from inside of you. Okay, so now the difference between the two is pretty simple. External, other people can just look at you and they know your external character traits, whereas your internal character traits, unless you show them by your actions or what you say, they won't know your internal character traits. And if they try to, then they're just judging you. So, that's something that is another conversation. So these traits are the things that makes up our personality. Okay, so if someone is talking to you that you're a very nice person, very kind person, those are internal character traits that no one's going to say that you're kind or nice or anything like that unless they actually see you, things that you do or judge you on what you say. Now, some examples. This is such as being clever, daring, kind, talkative, respectful, those types of things, right? These traits can be identified by paying attention to what a character says or their actions. So if you're reading a story, that is the only way you're going to learn of the internal character traits of a character, is by studying how they speak to other characters in the story, but also what they do, what actions are they doing. Okay, so they might not be talking to anybody at all. They might just have through some sort of action that they perform. This might not be the main character. This might be another character in the story. If you want to know what type of character is this, secondary character, well, they might not say a word, but if they do something, whether it's something that you would view as a positive thing or a negative thing, you should be able to assign a character trait to that character just by them doing something or saying something to another character. You should be able to pick up on that stuff real quick when you're reading. But this takes to be able to identify character traits, you have to pay attention when you're reading, because these are things you can miss very, very easily. So the next time you're reading a story that has multiple characters, you need to pay attention, okay, what is this character doing and what are they saying? And then you have to be able to identify what kind of character is that. Is that a clever character? Are they intelligent? Are they smart? Are they disrespectful? Are they negative? There's a huge list of all these things that you could assign to these people. Okay. Now, what are feelings and emotions? You might say, well, Mr. Radish, those are the same things, right? Wrong. They are not the same things, okay? Feelings and emotions are totally different than character traits, okay? So let me explain why that is, all right? So feelings and emotions are short-term, meaning that they can change very suddenly, okay? So think about yourself, all right? Your feelings and emotions might change like that immediately, okay? You might be in an incredibly bad mood, but if you're you might be in an incredibly bad mood, you might be disappointed, you might be sitting there bored out of your mind, but all of a sudden your parents show up with a brand new puppy. Do you think you're going to be continued, or do you think your feelings of being sad and angry and bored out of your mind, do you think that the feelings would stay the same? Absolutely not. They would change like that. Character traits, on the other hand, they do not work like that. Okay, so let me explain. So you can be excited and happy 1 minute, like I just explained to you, then hear some bad news and become overwhelmed and upset. So it can go the other way, okay? You could be incredibly happy and excited, but then you hear some bad news and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed and upset. Feelings and emotions can change immediately, short term, okay? Now, let's go to internal character traits. Remember, these are long term, meaning that these traits can change, but it happens very slowly, if at all, okay? Now, what you'll notice is in books, usually the main character has some type of character flaw at the beginning of the story. It might not be huge, but it might be something like, this character is selfish, or they're, inconsiderate, or they're kind of mean. And then by the end of the book, usually through the author coming up with a theme of the story, usually the character changes for the better by the end of the story. And you'll notice that this change happens very slowly throughout the book. It is not an immediate thing, okay? Because it is not a feeling. And it's usually due, because character traits usually do not change in real life and in stories unless there's some kind of significant thing that happens. Or it's just very slowly over time, that you're hanging around the right people and things are going well for you, that all of a sudden you become a more positive person and then all these things start happening for you. But internal character traits change very slowly compared to, obviously, feelings and emotions. Feelings and emotions very sudden. Internal character traits very slow, okay? If at all. You will notice that a character may change from the beginning to the end, but something significant has to occur before this happens, okay? So remember that. If you're reading a story and that character, if you look at that character from page 1 all the way to the end of the book, whatever page that might be, you'll notice that there should be some differences in their character traits, that they might have changed as a character throughout the book. They might have had some negative traits at the beginning. They don't have to be incredibly negative, but they might have some flaws in their character. And then by the end, they've learned a lesson of some kind, and now they're all of a sudden a better, more complete character. Okay, and this is pretty common in most novels. You cannot go from being disrespectful and a rude person to a kind-hearted and respectful person. That does not happen. Okay, not suddenly. Okay, if it does, you might. It'd be a little odd if all of a sudden you're talking to your friend and they're looking at you and they're being incredibly mean to you and disrespectful and saying mean things, and all of a sudden, very suddenly, they're like, you know what, and they just start showering you with compliments and are super nice. You'd be looking at them like they were nuts. Okay, and it's the same thing in a book. This usually does not happen. Okay, so be very careful with feelings and emotions. Don't try to confuse them with character traits. Internal character traits are extremely different than feelings and emotions, okay? So remember that. Okay. Now, onto the review. So that's all I really wanted to talk about character traits, but just a couple things I want you to keep in mind to make sure that you guys are all set, okay? So internal character traits and external character traits, okay? Remember, internal character traits, those are your personality traits. That is what makes you, very unique person, okay, on the inside. People need to get to know you. They need to talk to you. They need to see how you react in the real world to be able to correctly identify your character traits or your personality traits on the inside. Same thing as a character from a book. You should be able to identify that. When you're reading about a character, you should be able to identify what personality traits belong to this character, what internal character traits belong to this character. But you have to do two things. You have to study, okay, how do they talk to other people? How do they talk to other characters in the book? And what do they do? What actions do they perform? And then you go with external character traits. That is very simple, very surface level. In my opinion, not anywhere near as important as internal character traits, especially in real life, but also in stories, okay? This is just looks. This is what a character looks like, okay? That's an external character trait. And then lastly, we have feeling and emotions are not character traits.